A blessed day to you, all my viewers and subscribers. Welcome back to the channel. Alright, my peeps, so I have a couple of stories to talk about in this one. So, our head coach Darren Sammy, he did an interview after the game against the USA. He spoke about that game and he spoke about a few things that we need to fix going further into the tournament. So, I'm going to look at that. Plus, I'm going to be zooming in on a discussion that went on Sportsmax a couple days ago. Now, Fazir Mohammed was brought in, and him alongside the two guys that were hosting the program, they were talking about Carl Hooper's statement as it relates to West Indies team being probably will sink even deeper if we don't qualify. They also showed the clipping of Jason Holder giving his opinion on what Carl Hooper said. Let me just say, you're going to want to stick around to hear all of this. So just give a listening ear until the end and let me know what you think in the comment section. So let us start things off with Darren Sammy. So after the USA game, Darren Sammy, he did his interview and he was saying it was very good to go out there and get the victory. It was good to get a win on the first day. And it was a good day out. Going into a tournament, it's always good to win the first game. He was saying that the guys, they weren't at all happy. You understand? Because they thought they could have performed way better. So they weren't happy at all. That is why when we do these sort of reaction videos after the games and point out things that the team can improve on, and we see people saying that leave the team. A win is a win. I am wondering if these people don't understand sports. Even if you win, there's always room for improvement. And that is what the head coach, Sammy, is saying. The players weren't feeling too good because they know that they left, some runs out there and the bowling wasn't up to par. Anyway, Sammy said that, the guys are always ready to challenge themselves. And they didn't necessarily think that, the score, how they played that game, they really challenged themselves like that. He went on to talk about a couple of things that they need to work on going forward because, they are still, according to him, they are still searching for their identity. They are still trying to find out the way in which they want to play as a team. So, they have Nepal coming up next. So the team just need to be focused, not going to underestimate any team. Just go out there and, according to Sammy, get the job done. He's saying that the team has the confidence that they will do well, So even though it's a tricky road to the World Cup, the confidence is there that they can pull it out when it matters, most. He also spoke about the pitch, the condition that they have to play in Zimbabwe there, saying that it is true that the games starting at 9 o'clock will mean that the team that is batting first probably will have some challenges, but it's all about going out there and making sure that you utilize your skills, use your batting skills to make sure that at the end of probably, the first hour of play, the damage wouldn't have been too bad. You know that you're probably going to lose a 1 or 2 wicket. Yes, you're maybe going to not be able to score as fast when the pitch is that, is probably moist, but you want to make sure you don't lose too many wickets where you cannot recover. So that is what Sammy was saying, that you just need to make sure that the skills, the batting skills are actually brought forward and we can keep up with the opponents until the surface dries out. That is if we bat first. He's saying that once we survive through that, then we would have seen so far throughout the tournament that run scoring can be easy. The runs can be scored. You just need to make sure that you are there for the first hour and a half or so. Rotating the strike as best possible, but just to make sure that you don't give away too many wickets. He also spoke about the new ball, wanting to be more clinical with the new ball. Don't waste the new ball, taking the wickets. You understand? I spoke about this on the last live show that we did. I am not a big fan of Alzari Joseph not taking the new ball. So, I am thinking that if we get a chance to bowl first and the pitch is moist, you definitely need to have your elite pace bowler in the team opening the innings. That is my opinion, you know. A lot of people think otherwise, but that is how I see it, you know. So he's saying that under the pressure, you know, we will definitely come under pressure, but as a team, you know, we have the skill, we have the skill set to come through, and you know, it's all about just going out there and putting into the game what we would have looked at in practice. So Darren Sammy sounds reasonably confident, my viewers and subscribers. You know, sounds as if, you know, he think the guys will get the job done. He spoke about rotating the strike, making sure that we take our catches, you know. We would have seen, I think it was, I don't remember if it was Ravman Poel or Hola put down a catch. You know, so you want to make sure you're rotating the strike, taking the catches. It's probably cliche, but they say catches win matches. So I definitely agree with Darren Sammy there, you know, that we need to take our catches if we are going to beat these teams. We see teams continuing to upset teams, putting up total and defending it and things like that, bowling out teams. So we want to make sure that whatever challenge, whatever we come up against, we are ready. You know, we have Nepal next on Thursday, which is tomorrow. So we want to make sure that we are ready. And as I said, Darren Sammy sounds as if he's confident in the guys. That's always a good way to sound, you know, but we just definitely hope that the players will be able to go out there and back it up. Finally, Jason Hola, Carl Hooper, right? So a few months before Carl Hooper took over as West Indies assistant coach, or as the batting coach, you know, he had said in the media that the West Indies team can sink even deeper. And now, you know, if we don't qualify, he reiterated that we can sink even deeper if we don't qualify. And the players are probably not as good as we would want. You understand? Which I personally don't have any problem with what he said. When we addressed this on the last live show that I did, I was saying that, you know, what he said is totally correct. But, you know, you still want to make sure that you find a way to bring across information where you're not dialing down the truth. You're not behaving as if, you know, it is not there, but you want to make sure that, you know, you balance things somewhat. So Fazir Mohammed was brought on to Sportsmax to talk about it, and he was asked, and the man said, listen, Carl Hooper did absolutely nothing wrong. You know, he's probably, know that he's an assistant coach, he's probably going to have to join the cheerleading team, where CWI will need to tell him that, listen, you're a part of the cheerleading team now, so you are helping us as a batting coach. But when you're out there in the media, you need to be a part of the cheerleading. And I hope that don't happen. Even if he dials it down a little bit, I hope he doesn't fall into that thing where CWI like to tell us things, even though we are seeing what is happening. They like to tell us things and expect us to believe what they are saying and not believe what we are seeing. You understand? That is something that I speak about all the time. There is no way we as sensible cricket loving people can be watching the thing and see what is happening, and these guys gonna come and tell us that we must believe what they are saying and not what we are seeing. Anyways, so that statement there, you know, Jason Hola was asked about it, and Jason Hola basically said that, and I quote, people will always have their opinion. And, you know, that's a lot of outside pressure. But we are here to try to qualify for the World Cup. And that is what we are focusing on now. As I said, Hooper already said this a few months ago. So probably he couldn't retract. You know, so I heard the guys on Sportsmax saying that maybe Hooper could have sidestepped it a little bit like what Jason Hola did. You know, probably saying that this is where we are at now, and we're looking to qualify for the World Cup. We are focusing on that. You know, a lot of the guys in there with the fragile egos, they probably got their egos smashed. At the end of the day, the guys are doing their best, and it's just that teams are outperforming them. So it's probably not a good feeling to see your coach going out there and saying that. You understand? Because within their mind, they are doing all they can and they think they are good enough, which is not the case. You know, so to hear your coach saying that, it probably struck a nerve. You know, but as I said, Jason Hola basically sidestepped a part of it when he said that, listen, we're here to try to qualify for the World Cup, and that is what we are focused on now. But the part that was a little bit surprising to me is when Hola said that, you know, that is outside pressure, and they're not really paying attention to outside pressure. That's not outside pressure, that's coming from inside. You know, Carl Hooper is the one that said that. As I said, he's probably going to have to get some media training now that he's a part of the team to know how to talk and how to try and give information out there. You know, he's passionate. He was a part of West Indies when they were doing well. So you can imagine the man is passionate and wants to see the best for West Indies. So he's going to talk from the heart. But, you know, when you are in that type of job there, as Fazir Mohammed say, you can't talk from the heart. You have to be a cheerleader. So I hope this doesn't cause any sort of animosity in the team. As I said, Hola handled himself well in terms of the question. Has always been good with words. Jason Hola, that is. And, you know, when people are doing their best and it's not working out, sometimes they are probably just not good enough. So on the outside looking in, you are criticizing them and they might think that you are saying, you know, they are not doing their best when they are probably doing what they can. You understand? So let us see how it goes. We just hope that this whole thing, you know, just smooth over and there is no animosity or anything like that. So gonna leave it right there for now, my peeps. Just let me know what you think in the comment section. Big up.